if you're anywhere from 400 to 1200, I am going to be telling you what every single YouTuber will not. So you can't skip this video, guys. Like, to the left side of our screen here, I literally have the guide that persons are using to elevate their gameplay. I am a chess master now because I have just recognized what I was doing wrong and implemented this. It's part of my assessment, which is what you guys really need to put down. So we're going to be going into this video, take notes, and we're getting right into it. Now, I always get the question from persons texting me like, Raheem, I don't know what to work on, whatever, whatever. And here's the video. This is going to show you what you need to work on. And we're going to start off with the first question. Now, a lot of persons, they just play games. They spam, they don't reflect, they don't even know where they're going wrong. They just lost a match and they're like, next match. And then they start like spamming foolishness. No, you need to ask yourselves the games, like how many games did I lose because I hung a piece simply? Like, or you missed the hanging piece. Like your opponent, like if you're not hanging pieces, your opponents are definitely hanging pieces, guys. Like you would not be anywhere from 400 to 1200 playing perfect chess. Your opponents are hanging pieces. You yourself are hanging pieces. So you need to take some time, step back, check your past games, guys. Now, I normally use 20, but persons, oh my god, man, they're like 20 games. Why should I check 20 games? I would normally do it for them, but for here you will see that I would. Okay, so for you guys on YouTube, if 20 games is too much, which is the recommendation, by the way, then you can check your last 10 games and then answer these honest. Guys, just answer the questions honestly, guys. How many games did you lose by hanging a piece or missing a hanging piece out of your past 10 to 20 games? That will give you an idea if your games are getting decided by piece blunders. I'm not talking about in the opening where you got like a trick. Actually, you just putting a piece on a square and it was taken. Question number one out of the door. Alright? As you can see up here, before you can improve, you need a honest picture of where you are and a clear picture of where you're going. Simple, simple stuff, guys. Vague goals produce vague results. You can't just buy an opening course and be like, all right, this will improve my chess. By how much? What is your goal? What do you need? The second one. How many times did I play a move without checking my opponent's response first? This is very common. You just play a move and it's like the game has no control. The game itself has no control. You just play a move and then you expect nothing from your opponent. This is how you get surprised, guys. You can't just play something and just wait for your opponent's response and then play something again. You have to, before you make your move, you have to ask yourself, like, if I play this move, what is my opponent's response? Or you can actually just put yourself in your opponent's shoe. Try to find out, if you were your opponent, what would you play? Right? So it kind of gives you this era of just like predicting instead of reacting. So you don't get surprised. You have more control over the actual chessboard, guys. Your opponent can't just play a move and you just be like, oh my god. Focus. You have to actually train yourselves to start predicting the right moves. Alright? In my losses, this is the third one, guys. Again, take some notes. In my losses, was I ever winning earlier in the game? Where did it go wrong? How are you losing? Is it a case where you were winning and then you started to lose? Or is it a case where you're losing from start to finish? If it's a game where you have a lot of winning chances at the start and you're failing in the end, you could have a conversion problem. Like, you just have to find out which one of this, like out of these 5 questions, which one are you? and then you basically apply the right things to fix it. If your schedule is really busy and you want somebody to work with you one on one to actually really lock down on your weaknesses in chess, then you could book a session through my website. The link is going to be in my description and also pinned in my comments. RaheemGlaveschess.com. Do you understand why you lost each game, or do you just accept the result and move on? If you just play a game, win or lose, it doesn't even matter. If you're just playing a game and you lost and you're just like, oh my god, I can't bother, you just start another one, you have learned nothing from that past game. If you just start a game, if you're in other words, guys, if you're improving, if you're trying to improve and you're not really like checking your losses, like you learn more from your losses than you actually do from your wins. If you really lose a game and you just skip it because it's too painful and you don't try to learn like why did you actually lose, you're gonna go into like another game with the same reason why you lost this one into the other one. So you have to create like stop it guys, and actually, create the room for improvement. The final one is, what time control do you normally play? This one is a big one, guys. Is it helping or hiding your weaknesses? Meaning, is it a case where you don't know how to plan? So you start a blitz game. So you can't play rapid because your opponents will outplay you in rapid. So let me start some blitz where I can blunder faster because I can at least win on time. Like it's not helping you guys. You're just like playing the blunders faster and trying to win on time. Like that is not chess. However, I've normally gotten this question where it's like, is blitz good or bad for chess? Like I play a lot of blitz. It just depends on what habits you're reinforcing. If you have good intuition and the same moves you play in rapid, you play in blitz, it won't damage you that much. Just have to know. Have to set the right goals, guys, right? Why games are lost at 400 to 1200 level like this guy, like oh my god, man. When you even start off with the tilt, playing recklessly after a bad move or loss. Like you literally just make a bad move that you didn't plan for, and then your entire focus just goes out the door. You start tilting all the ratings. You just start losing back to back to back to back to back because of one bad move. Like you think you've just watched a Magnus Carlsen game or some high class game, and you forget that your games are not going to be somewhat similar. Like one bad move, you need consistency. You can't just believe that you're supposed to be winning every single game. The consistency is going to be coming from how badly do you, or how easily, or how much fight you actually put into the games that you're losing to actually bounce back. You have opening mistakes that lead to intermediate loss. It's just a case where you just, this is cool. This is not where you actually fix the openings. Like, if every single opening you're making like mistakes which like outright, give you a bad position. I have had some numbers of this as well. That's where that openings like this, if this is the reason why you're losing games, opening mistakes that lead to intermediate or material loss, like you just got caught up into like a trap. Like you can move the pieces quite well, but you keep falling into traps. Then you can look into some openings. This is abused though. Absolutely abused. Like every single problem they could have lost in the end game, it is because I played this opening. Like, don't be that guy. Converting one endgames incorrectly or allowing stalemate. I have seen stalemate with persons having like a lot of time. Like they just don't focus. They literally just don't focus, guys. Converting one endgames, like if you need some endgame knowledge as well, could be here. But you need to like pick apart this, find out where you're weakest, and start hammering those first. Just to make sure that we're on the same page. For your weaknesses, you need to be basically consuming content around those, or finding practices, things that you can actually use to limit these, all right? That's all it takes. Missing simple one move tactics by the opponent brings us back to, are you hanging pieces? Are you hanging pieces? If that is, if you The answer to that one is yes. In your past 10 games, if it's something that you see happening repeatedly, hammer them. Alright? Hammer them, guys. Unforced material blunders. Hammer them. For the sake of this video, if you have heard nothing else, guys, hammer your blunders. If you're anywhere from 400 to 1200 and you're thinking of anything to advance, like you have to fix the base. What is the purpose of you understanding 10 theoretical positions, 15 positional concepts, everything that it is like good for chess? And then, you just watch the perfect game and then you're just like, okay, time to play my game. And you start blundering like crazy. You don't have a base. You're trying to catch water in a basket, guys. Like, that is not chess. So, if you really want to improve, implement this in your games. And thanks again for watching, guys. Peace.